Hey guys, I'm Jordine. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today's video is going to be a demo and review of the new Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette by Manny MUA. So this is what the palette looks like, and this is the look that I got from it. So if you're interested in that, then keep on watching. All right, I'm gonna go in with Sickening over here. Sickening. That is going to be our transition base color. Using a number 10 brush from Sephora. I really like this palette bends, because that way you can hold it a little bit better. Yeah. So that's Sickening, starting up under my brow, coming down onto my crease. I did use a concealer as my base. I'm using the Beauty Bakery Cake Face Concealer as my eyeshadow base. So it's pretty, you know, similar to my skin tone, so you can't really see that. But now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. I'm gonna use this one. This is the Morphe M330, and I'm going to go in with the shade Snatched right there. So I'm just picking up a little bit. I have used this palette before, and it's very pigmented, so I'm picking up a little bit and just pressing it on. I'm gonna lightly blend it into my crease now. Tilting my head back because I want to bring that up a little higher. You can see it blends very nicely. Like no patchiness, no nothing. I'm just gonna blend that a little bit more, but as you can see, everything is very seamless. So I kind of pulled it out a little bit more. I'm just going to go back in and press a little bit more Snatch there so I can have the saturation of the color closer to my lid, right on the outer eye right there. Okay. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Kai Kai right here, the pink, just to give me a little bit of color in the look, and I'm using a Morphe M433 brush. So Kai Kai is gonna go above Snatch in my crease. There we go. I'm gonna bring a little bit more color to the look. So closer to my inner corner, and now I'm just lightly blending it out into the crease. Can you see that? Do you see how good these eyeshadows layer? I don't know if I want to keep it like this smoky or cut the crease. And do I want to keep it matte or add shimmer? What do I want to do? I gotta figure it out. Alright. I think I'm going to keep it smoky because I like the pink in the inner corner, so I'm not going to cut it. Yeah, let's keep it like that. And I'm gonna keep it all mattes. So I'm gonna go back in with Sickening. What is that transition shade that we used earlier? Right there. I'm gonna pop that on my lid. I'm gonna use this brush from BH Cosmetics. It is clean. It's just a little stain from other pink shadow. So Sickening. And I'm just gonna pop that on. Yeah. Go back in with a little bit more Snatched right on the outer corner just to blend everything. I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of Trade. Trade is that maroon shade right there. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that, and I'm gonna start to map out like a smoky wing. Actually, I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna go in with that angled liner brush. And like I mentioned before, I'm gonna start off by mapping out like a wing. I want to keep it in the center of the eye. So yeah, like that. I think on my skin tone, Trade and Sickening are coming off a little similar. So yeah, I'm gonna go a little darker with the wing. So I'm gonna go in with the black, shady. Oh, that's nice. Now I'm gonna go back in with that small ankle brush with shady. Bring it out. And then now I'm gonna go back in with that other brush and kind of smoke it out. Picking up another brush and going in with Sickening, kind of blend that too. So I'm just gonna go in now and kind of blend the edges. I got the smokiness going that I wanted, and I'm just using that same brush that I used Kai Kai with, and let me start to blend the edges. And then that brush that I used Sickening with, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more and just kind of create a wash of color right above the wing. This one kind of smooths out the wing. Okay, so I have my lashes on. I'm wearing the Amazon lashes. These are the Lasgoos lashes in the style A11. I'll link them down below if you're interested, but that's what they look like. Basically just clean up the under eye with some concealer, foundation. Foundation I'm wearing is the Beauty Bakery Cake. So yeah, those are lashes. I'm gonna do my bottom lash line now, and I need to hurry up because I have to go to work. So I'm gonna go in with this pencil from Marc Jacobs. This is in the shade Fine Wine. It's like a deep burgundy. So there we go. That was my idea because I'm sensitive to red pigment, but here we are. All right, so then now I'm gonna smoke out the bottom lash line. I'm gonna start off by Sickening. Oh my god, Snatched. I'm gonna start off by putting Snatched close to the lash line. Just using the flat part of this brush. That's what the bottom looks like. I'm not gonna do too much. Then I'm gonna go in with some inner corner highlight. I'm gonna use this smaller brush, and I'm gonna go in with Beat. That's that shimmer right there up top. It does have a little bit of like micro glitters in it, it looks like. So I'm just gonna spray my brush so it doesn't fall out. Let's spray. Pop that right at the bottom. So those are my eyes done. That is what it's looking like. I think I really like it. What do you guys think? All right, so I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup and I'll give you guys some information about the palette. So this is the finished look that I have now. So I just added a red lip. I added the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle in the shade Madame. You see more of the pink on camera, but trust me, there's a little bit of red there too. So that's why I added the red lip, and I really like the way that everything turned out. So let's get into some details about the palette. So this is what the palette looks like. This is the actual palette. The front is, you know, Life's a Drag, Manny's Eyes, and then the back is Lunar Beauty, and then you have some information, you know, the weights information about Manny, blah blah blah. And this is the unit carton that it comes in, and I actually really like the way that this is laid out. I find that it's like really sleek and nice. I like the text and, you know, everything. I think it's really pretty. Now, as for the palette, it's really weighty. It feels very luxe, you know, nice quality. But I don't like the front of the palette, no offense. I just don't think that it goes with the back and the unicorn. But, you know, to each his own. It's still a good palette, so that's what the inside looks like. You have a mirror. Let me not blind you guys. And, you know, I kind of wish that it was just a bigger mirror, not with the design. It's pretty, but I just wish it was a bigger mirror. It is a good quality mirror, but I'm guessing, you know, bigger mirror, more money for the palette. But these are what the shades look like. So you have 14 shades. You have some neutrals, pops of colors, and then, of course, your shimmers. So you get 12 mattes, 2 shimmers. I think it's a really good layout for a palette with the color scheme. It's a really good idea. You know, this is what a lot of people were looking for. I think I would have liked it better though if the palette was like a square, you know what I mean? And then you have the colors like laid out differently, but you know, it's still cute. I'm not mad at it. It's cute, and the quality of the shadows are actually really nice. I'm going to insert some swatches so that you guys can see everything, but you do have your 6 neutral mattes, and then you have your 6 pops of colors, and then the 2 shimmers. On my eyes, I have a mixture of some of the colors and the neutrals, as you saw in my demo. I wanted to go for a neutral look, but ended up with this smoky look. So the palette retails for $45 for all of these shades. I do think that is a fair price for the palette because you get a lot of shadow in it, and it feels, like I mentioned before, it feels really nice and luxe because of the quality of the palette itself. It is cardboard, but it feels heavy and weighty, and it's really nice. And the shipping that I paid was $6.50, I believe, so everything in total came up to $51.50. I hate paying for shipping, but I wanted to try this out for you guys, and I actually really like the quality of the eyeshadows. They are bomb. I am not gonna lie, they are bomb. And I knew they were gonna be bomb because I had the Manny MUA and Makeup Geek collab, you know, from back in the day, and that's one of my favorite palettes. So I knew he was gonna have a red in there. Like, I knew it. So the reason I really wanted to pick this up because of that yellow and the red, and I just knew that it would be a good quality palette. It looked really pigmented in the swatches, and you know, swatches don't always tell you the pigmentation of the shadows because, as you saw in my demo, everything blended really nicely, and that's the main thing that you want. Like, pigmentation is good, but you want your shadows to be able to blend into each other so that you have more of a seamless look and it doesn't look muddy or patchy or things like that. And I think that he did a really good job with this palette, and I really like it. I would recommend it to anybody who's looking for a mixture of neutrals and colors, and I think it's a really pretty palette, and I'm really impressed. So I'm sure you all have, you know, followed Manny MUA and you're trying to figure out if you want to get this palette or not. It's definitely something that I would recommend. I think it's really nice, and I plan on doing other looks with the palette. I did do looks prior to this one because I really wanted to test out the palette for you guys. I didn't want it to just be a first impressions. I wanted to give you guys some, you know, in-depth information, and I think all of the colors are really nice, and I actually really like that shade Fishy there. I think it's really good. And I know that Manny mentioned that he made Kiki as a transition shade, and that's the first shade that I played with when I bought the palette. And it actually builds up really nicely. Let me show you my brush. So that's the brush that I used it with. If you use this brush, pick up, and this brush too, pick up the color, press it on, you're gonna get pigmentation. All you have to do is just lightly blend it out, and it blends really nicely for a blue. It's not streaky or patchy or anything like that. I haven't tried the yellow yet. And that's the main color that I want to try. So I did swatch it, and it swatched really nicely for a yellow, but I think if you watch other people's videos, you can definitely see how it works. I think it's a really nice palette, and I, again, recommend it to anyone who's interested in trying it. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys like this look. I really like the way that it turned out, like the smokiness of the eye. And if you have not, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And like this video because it definitely helps me out. And if you have any questions about anything, please leave it in the comments down below. And everything is going to be linked in the description box down below. I'll even link the other things that I used on my face. And that is going to be it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.